Check out these great ball strikers on the screen. Now, do you notice what they're doing? The interesting thing is their ability to keep their upper body down through impact is actually dictated by how their lower body works. Notice I drew a line up the toe line and up the butt line. You'll see how their trail leg stays inside the toe line, and that enables their lead hip to stay back on that butt line. You see, it's actually all about getting the lower body motion correct to enable you to stay down with your upper body in the downswing. So I had a recent student come in, he said, Eric, I've tried everything under the sun to keep my upper body down during the downswing. I just can't fix it. And I watched him hit 1 or 2 balls. It was evident right away that his lower body motion was incorrect, and that was the thing that was not enabling him to stay down. I'm going to show you in today's video what I showed him, a simple drill to use, and 1 or 2 feels that you can use with your lower body during the downswing to make sure you stay down and hit the ball much more consistently solid. So the key here today is we want to work through the pieces from the ground up. I want to go over what I mean by each of those, what the feels are, and a drill that you can take. Now, the whole key is this. During the downswing, how the trail foot works is going to control how the trail knee and leg work, which controls how the lead hip works. Stay with me. Which controls the ability to keep the upper body tilted over. Let's go over that one more time. The foot controls the knee controls the hips control the upper body motion. Now, if we work through the feels from the ground up, and I'm going to layer these on piece by piece and stack some feels and drills, we're going to see how this works. Now, the first thing that we want to make sure we do is get the trail foot motion correct. Here's a simple place to start. My student who came in during the downswing would get all of his weight on all of his toes. All my toes, my big toe, all my toes are still on the ground. My weight's on my entire foot, and you'll notice what happens to my knee when that happens. From the down the line angle, if we put Adam Scott on there or Max Homa, notice where their knee goes. Does their knee go forward towards the ball? Not nearly like this, right? Their right knee does what? It stays inside that toe line as the right knee works towards the left, which gives you the hip depth, which gives you the upper body down. Now, what do your toes have to do with it? Well, if you make your downswing and all of your weight goes on your toes, all my toes of my student, the knee goes out. As soon as the knee goes out, what happens to my hips? They kick in towards the ball. As soon as my hips kick in towards the ball, what happens to my upper body? Stand up. So my student who came, he said, Eric, I tried everything. I did millions of these drills. None of them worked. It's all because his lower body was off. I want to make sure yours isn't. Instead of having the weight working towards all of the toes, what I want you to start with is when you work through impact, this is really important. I want the weight to only be on the inside of your trail big toe and foot. That means all my other toes are off the ground. My weight is on the inside part of my trail big toe. This is so important. The bad version, weight on the toes, knee forward, hips forward, stand up. Look at how this little thing impacts this. Weight on the inside part of the big toe. Where's my knee now? Inside my toe line and more forward towards my left. And when that happens, what happens to my hip? It stays on the wall back here. When my hip stays on the wall, my upper body stays down. So part one, I want you to grab a club, something like an 8-iron here. Start with little half swings. This is what I did with my student. I want you to swing back and through with all of your weight on the inside of your right big toe.
Good swing.
Now, I saw with the swing coach out there, good swing, you're going to see the visuals in a minute. So all of the weight pushing off the inside of the right toe. Let's start with that first.
Good swing.
So I got good swing, and you're going to see the visuals with the swing coach app. I want you guys to check this out. I'll tell you more at the end of the video. How my right knee is going to be in the zone, and how the ability to get the right knee in the zone keeps the hip back, which keeps the upper body back. You'll see players like Rory McIlroy within the app. You'll see the hip depth with the right knee working in the upper body, but starting with the toe, not all of the toes in the ground. It was like a light bulb moment for him. All my toes are on the ground, just the inside of my big toe. Look at the difference in how that changes where my knee is. So same thing, we're pushing off the inside of my big toe. The inside part of my foot feels like it's rolling there a little bit. And that's going to start the process of getting the leg, the hip, the upper body. Push off the inside of the right big toe.
Good swing.
And another good one. Now, as we're hitting, and you'll see with the players on the screen, I mentioned the right knee. So I'm feeling that off the foot to start with. From a leg perspective, as we work up the chain, got the foot feel, I'm feeling my right knee working forward towards my left. So from face on, I don't want there to be a big gap, right? When I do it bad, see the big gap between my knees here? I want to get rid of that gap. Weight on the inside part of my right toes, get rid of the gap. The right knee's towards my left. As I'm feeling this, my student said, hey, as I feel my right knee towards my left, and we see that with Adam Scott and these good players, from down the line, there's no space between the legs. So he said, hey, I'm really feeling like my thighs are together. So as we work up the chain, pushing off the inside of the right foot, the right knee works towards the left, the thighs are together.
Good swing.
And that's about as good as I can hit it. You'll see that with the shot tracer. I mean, pretty dead straight, pretty solid. And when I get the foot and leg, and you'll feel this when you do this, when you get the foot working correctly, inside part of the foot, pushing off that, and the right knee works towards the left, and you reduce the space here, you're gonna feel the next part, which is your lead hip is gonna feel deeper back this way. And when we look at great ball strikers, we'll show from down the line, when you draw that line down their butt line, they're able to stay on that through impact and keep their left hip deep on the wall. But that's a byproduct of the foot and the knee. So it's pushing off the inside part of the right foot, right knee towards the left, left hip deeper. Pushing off the inside of the right foot, just the inside of the big toe, right knee towards the left, left hip deeper.
Good swing.
And there's another good one. Now, as a byproduct, okay, we're working our way up here, of my left hip staying deeper, and we saw this with my student, as soon as he started to get the lower body right, what happens with my upper body automatically? It stays tilted over. When you watch a good ball striker, we'll use Max Homa or Adam Scott or Grant, this keeping your spine angle, right? Which you can see spine stability in the Swing Coach app with Rory really well. When you draw the line up the back line, these players stay on that line on the way back. They stay on that through impact and into the follow through, meaning the trail side of their body, the knee, the hip, but especially the shoulder, stay tilted over. Now from face on, how does that happen? Stand up with me and try this. If you push your left hip deep, which is what we're trying to do, what happens to my upper body? As soon as I push my hip forward, that does what? It tilts me over. Now, if I add rotation to that towards the target, watch this from down the line. Push your left hip deep, what happens to your upper body? It tilts over. So the trail side staying down is much more a byproduct of the hips getting deep. The hips getting deep and rotated is a byproduct of the knee. You follow me here? The knee's a byproduct of the foot, right? It's like a little like Dr. Seuss book or something. So pushing off the inside of the right big toe, one more time. Right knee towards the left, no gap, right thighs together. Left hip deep, right shoulder down, right side down. And when you do this and get it right, it's gonna feel really good. Inside of the right foot, right knee to the left, left hip deep.
Good swing.
Take that all day. Now, do you have to think about all four of those? No. In fact, I want you to think about as little as humanly possible. If you can just think about the inside part of the toes and that creates all of the chain reaction, great. If it doesn't, work your way from ground up. Inside of the right toe, add the right knee to the left, add the hip depth, add the right side down only as needed.
Good swing.
All right, guys, so just real quick, the drill that I gave my student that he left with, I'd like you to have some kind of external feedback here. I just put a alignment rod down my toe line. Now, I put this through a range bucket and an alignment rod. If you're on grass, you plug it into the grass. We saw in the video, let's pop the video up, if you draw a line up the toe line, you don't want the knee going outside this way, right? You don't want the knee towards the ball. You want the knee towards the lead knee, right? Right knee not towards the ball, towards the lead knee. So we put the stick in, if I have it lined up correctly, it's just inside my toe line. It's just to give me a visual reference of, okay, I don't want this going here with all my weight on my toes. I want the right knee in towards the left with the weight on the inside part of the trail foot. Really effective drill that my student's been using for the past like 90 days that has helped him a ton, that I would do as well. So you can see the setup, the front of the stick's kind of just behind the ball. Height-wise, it's probably just below my kneecap, and I've got it like just inside my toe line. So when I look down, it's like kind of just past the ball of my foot. So let's put this on the screen here, right? To kind of number it 1, 2, 3, 4. And you guys say this with me, right? Weight where? Inside of the big toe here. Right knee towards the left, number 2. Left hip deep, number 3. Upper body tilted over, right side down, number 4. So that's what I'm feeling as I'm hitting this and using this as a visual reference.
Good swing.
And the whole key when I'm doing the right foot motion correctly is when I get the foot, this is really important, when I get the weight on the inside of the toe and I get this right knee working in towards the left and not going forward, that gives me my hip rotation. That pushes my hip deeper, right? It gives me my hip depth and it gives me my hip rotation. What else does it do? It also gives me my weight shift. I mean, what a trifecta. By pushing my right foot correctly, I get hip rotation, I get hip depth, and I get weight shift for free. And the hips being deep, rotating forward, give me the upper body tilt. So same feels, right knee in towards the left. Yeah, that's solid.
Good swing.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. My student got so much better when we started to work on the lower body feels in today's video. So if you've tried upper body drills, which by the way are still good, like keep doing them. Those are good drills, but if you tried them and they haven't worked, you wanna look at this. Obviously we showed you some images and visuals of the Swing Coach app. It's so freaking good. The thing that really changed my game was when I worked with a coach and they identified the correct things to work on. Like I knew exactly what to work on, no guessing. And I used video feedback on every single swing. That's what this does for you. Stands behind you and does that on every single swing.
Good swing.
If you have any issues with it, I'm in the app. I've got videos in there on every part of your swing, guiding you through exactly what to feel, what drills to do. It's the best thing that I know of to help you with your game. Really appreciate you guys all watching. If you have any questions, always leave me a comment down below. If you want to watch more like this, check out this video next.